What's going on, guys? Sean here, and today I'm going to be disassembling this beautiful Grimsmo Norseman. Before we get started, I'm just going to show you guys what I'm carrying today. This is the SPYDERCO bombshell, and this is one of the knives that my buddy Micah sent to me to check out and review. And this one is actually pretty impressive. This is not one that I expected to like so much, but I'm really enjoying this. In my left pocket, I have the TRM Atom, I believe. It could be the Neutron. Don't quote me. It's the bigger of the two. And this one at first came off to me as quite boring, but it is turning out to be a pretty cool knife. So without any further ado, let's get into this disassembly. So in this nice little case right here, we have the knife, of course, and I just want to take a second to show you guys something. Look at this hardware. See if I can zoom in on it. Yeah, buddy. Check that out. Even their TORX screws have intricate milling on them. These titanium scales have a milled out hex pattern. And then look at this. This is a captured pivot, or a captured style pivot system, and looks like we have the Grimsmo logo machined or milled into that, and just some really beautiful craftsmanship on this knife right here. We have it again on the pocket clip. Very cool. Alright, so we're going to back out. And then if we take a look at this blade right here, you're going to see some beautiful machine lines. These are not grind lines. I called them grind lines when I was talking about it with my buddy Micah who sent it. I was like, how did they get those grind lines so beautiful like that? And he informed me that these are actually machine lines because this blade is machined. And that is really freaking cool. Very beautiful. Very intricate. So, cool stuff. Also, in this nice little case, they give you a TORX driver, which is a T9. I believe this size should fit all of the hardware on this knife, which is really cool. Love seeing knives done in all the same size hardware. So you only need one tool, and this knife also has somewhat minimum hardware. So we have 2 screws on this side and then 3 on this side. And I'm not sure about anything internally yet, but very clean. It's just a cool design. Then also we have a tube of nano oil, and this looks like it is the 10 weight nano oil. I don't have a lot of experience messing around with this stuff, so I couldn't tell you my opinions on it, if it's, great or whether it sucks. I don't know yet, but I'm gonna try to figure out an opinion on that. But anyway, let's get into it. So I'm going to start off. How do I want to do this? Alright, so we can't start off on this side because it has the captured pivot. We have to start on this side. So we are going to go ahead and take out our pivot screw. The way they designed this little TORX driver, it is quite easy to use. Drop that right there. And I'm being extra careful not to scratch up this beautiful hardware. Make sure we are all the way down in there. Okay. Interesting. Not very many threads, so that's kind of cool. You don't have to spin it 1,000 times. Very cool. Alright, this is the moment of truth. What do we have inside of here? And damn, would you look at that? That is a pretty cool looking shot right there. Look at this, like the lightning anno on the inside looks insane. You can see right here we have a over travel stop. Back here we have our clip screws. It is screwed in from the inside. Super cool. We have the name of the knife, Norseman. This was made in August 2018. Look at that milled out pocket for the bearings with a nice little track inside. Very nice. Very impressive. And then look at these bearings. That is a massive bearing, guys. Some beautiful blue titanium standoffs. We have our Grimsmo logo, produced or proudly made in Canada. We have our blade steel up here, RWL34. And we have a 1410 right there. I don't know if that is the production number or what exactly that is, but we'll lift this up. Of course, we have our pivot, the bearing, our stop pins, and that is in fact an internal stop pin. Very cool. So if you look, that rides inside of the blade, has that pocket milled out, and that is our blade stop. And then it has a second stop for closing. So pretty neat. 2 different pins. And one thing I want to take a closer look at is this bearing. And see just what kind of bearing we are working with. Okay, so it appears to be either Teflon or nylon, and then looks like we have some ceramic balls inside of the cage. So I'll have to check and find out whether that is nylon or Teflon. I believe Teflon. I don't know if Teflon has to be black or white or what the deal is, but very cool. Absolutely beautiful frickin' blade. And let's pop our pivot up out of here. That is sick. Very cool. Alright, hold that bearing in, please. Ooh. Oh, stuff's falling. Alright, so we lost 2 of our pins, but that's okay. Let's get this set right. Now I gotta go back, because I can't remember whether this sits like that or the other way. My guess is gonna be this way, maybe. I'm thinking this is how it was. Alright. So we have one of our pins right here. And I believe both of these pins are different diameters, so shouldn't be any difficulty figuring out which one goes where. Bada bing, bada boom. And of course, this pops back out. We'll just leave that out for a second because I'm sure it'll drop out again if I sit it back in there. But check this out. This is how this over travel stop works. Little milled pocket or a little lip inside of there, and that stops this from overextending. Very neat. And my buddy Micah did tell me I should actually take this clip off and take a look underneath of it because it is really cool apparently. Ooh. There we go. If that screw didn't come out easy, I wasn't gonna force it. Never want to force any screws. That is how you end up stripping stuff out. Alright, let's take a looky. So I'm just going to pull this up. Sure, yeah, both screws are out. There we go. And there we have it. Nice milled out pocket for our clip. Very nice. And wow, we even have Grimsmo knives on the inside of this clip. So, very cool stuff. And now that we have everything apart, there's only one thing left to do, and that is put it all back together. So, I'm gonna take a break for a second, and when I come back, I'm gonna put this bad boy back together. We're going to start that off by dropping in our captured pivot. Bada bing, bada boom. Beautiful. Next up, we are going to drop in one of our bearings. I believe both sides of these bearings are the same. And I already oiled the bearing pocket, so that's good to go. When it comes to oiling your knives, I've found a lot of times less is more. So I put the necessary oil in there for those bearings to interface with along the track, but you know, it doesn't need to be gushing out, because that's just going to attract dirt and grime, and actually it will end up harming the action instead of improving it. So there we are, looking good. And we're going to go ahead and drop our other bearing right on top here. And then line our scale up with our pivot and our standoffs. And that just pops right into place beautifully. Oop. And as soon as I say that, it pops back out. Make sure we have everything lined up. Yep. Perfecto. Very, very nice. All right. I'm gonna start with the pivot. So this little tool that they give you is just a little bit awkward. I prefer regular handle style drivers, but this works just fine. You know, I actually do have a WIHA T9 laying around somewhere that is just like this. The WIHA Soft Touch. These are still my all-time favorites. Very comfortable, very easy to use, but we're just going to stick to the stuff that you get from Grimsmo for this one. Drop these two beautiful screws down into place. You don't need to go crazy muscling these down. You know, you want to get them tight, but you don't want to put any extra unnecessary stress on the screw or your tool, because that is just going to start wearing the screw or your Torx head out, and next thing you know, you're stripping out screws. And it's not like this is a screw that you can get just anywhere. These are very unique, and I've only seen the Torx screws with these holes milled around the outside from Grimsmo. I have not seen them elsewhere. So yeah, that is beautiful. Let's see, rock solid. Haha, did you guys fucking see that? No need for a break-in period. Completely dropped shut. Oh my god. This knife is really the epitome of perfection and, you know, very good tolerances, excellent precise machining, excellent design. Damn. I thought the action on this couldn't get any better when it first came to me, but now after disassembling this, cleaning it, throwing it back together, this is absolutely amazing. Well, there you have it, guys. Disassembly and maintenance on the Grimsmo Norseman. Hope you guys enjoyed this one as much as I did. Thank you guys for watching. As always, stay tuned, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.